Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Alysha, and I'm currently traveling the US on a 100-day road trip with my husband Luke and our 1-year-old daughter Chloe. We're traveling in our travel trailer here. It's a Jayco J flight, and one of the main first goals of this trip was to get to Disneyland for Chloe's first birthday. In this video, I want to share what we were actually able to accomplish with a 1-year-old at Disneyland in just one day, and also share some of our tips that we learned along the way, suggestions on what you should pack for a toddler or a baby going to Disneyland. And I also want to talk a little bit about the RV park that we stayed at that is relatively close to Disneyland, and a really good option, I think, if you are planning to take your RV anywhere close to the Anaheim or Disneyland area. So first of all, what did we actually accomplish in Disneyland with a 1-year-old? Obviously, you want to go with your expectations low if you're heading to Disneyland with a toddler or a baby or even young kids, because things can definitely go wrong in an amusement park when you're spending like the majority of the day there. So our expectations were definitely low, but we were really happy with what we were able to do, and we had a lot of fun there as well. So the RV park that we were at was about a 30-minute drive without traffic to Disneyland. Being in the morning time, there was traffic, so it took probably closer to 45 minutes, almost an hour. So we drove our way down to Disneyland and got in the parkade. We're here! We were hoping to make it there for gate open time, but we actually didn't get in the gates and in Disneyland after everything was said and done until probably closer to 9, and parks opened at 8. So it definitely takes a lot longer than you would maybe expect to get in the parkade, get on the tram to go to the actual park, get in the gates, and also driving there took a lot longer than we expected too. So once we actually got in the park, we had time for 2 rides before it was nap time.
On a trip around Storybookland. Remember to watch your children too. Climb tree!
Alright, so we've been on Casey Jr.'s train, we went on a carousel, and then Chloe started getting a little cranky. It's her nap time, so we've been just walking around trying to get her to nap. No luck so far, but we did walk through the new Star Wars area, and they have a restaurant here that serves breakfast wraps, Toronto wrap. It has a sausage in it, and some eggs, and it looks really good. So let's talk about nap time quickly here. Luckily, we have a Bumble Ride stroller. It's a stroller where you can fully lay it down and it becomes like a bassinet. It worked really well for her napping around the park. Luckily, she naps pretty well, like on the move, so we were able to just walk around the park for a while until she fell asleep. It did take her quite a bit longer to fall asleep, I think just because of all the noises and everything going on around her, but she was very content just kind of laying there and listening while we walked around, and she eventually did fall asleep. Once Chloe woke up from her nap, we headed back to Fantasyland and did 2 more rides. Okay, so Chloe's awake. We've just been walking around again for a little bit, just seeing what the wait times are like at some of the rides. It's midday, so everything is like a 40-minute wait or something. But we're gonna go and check out the Tiki Room. I don't think I've ever been in a Tiki Room actually, and it looks kind of fun, so let's go check it out.
Glad to see you on board. Sure, or wherever you are. Gigi, Fifi, Josephine.
She did something to her eye. I don't know what she did, but she's all ready to go on the little, what are these called? Storybook boats? Something.
Like a not as exciting Jungle Boat cruise?
Yeah. Jungle Cruise is like a 45-minute wait or something, so we're gonna hopefully do that later, but for now, we're doing that.
For your safety, remain seated. Keep all arms, legs, hands, and feet inside the boat, and please supervise children. I'm Eric, your boat captain, and your storyteller for this adventure.
Time for teacups! Chloe! Teacups! Alright, we're taking a little chill down break after the teacups. We have this, it's called a chili pad. It's like a cooling towel. You get it hot, or sorry, you get it wet, and then you wring out all the water and it stays really cold. So Chloe's bringing your temperature down with that, and we've also got our stroller fan running on high there. It's like, man, I don't even know, probably 35, 36 degrees Celsius right now. So hot, and still so busy in the park. And then at this point as well, it was also time for Chloe's second nap of the day, so we decided to walk around the shops, do a little bit of shopping, because all of the shops have AC, which was a perfect time to go shopping, honestly. Just before Chloe was waking up from her nap, we decided to go and get some lunch. So we got that ordered, and right when we got it back to our table, she woke up for lunch, which was awesome timing. Like, couldn't be much better than that.
Whoa. Oh.
You really want that?
Someone's hungry.
Lobster, mac, and cheese.
Hungry on your birthday?
So one of the rides that I really wanted to take Chloe on was Dumbo. She is kind of like a daredevil. She really likes going up high. So I thought that she'd really like going on Dumbo. It was really busy all morning, so we didn't get a chance to go on it. But after lunch was the shortest line that we had ever seen all day. So we decided to wait in the 20-minute lineup to go on Dumbo, which was well worth it. Time for Dumbo! Are you excited? The whole time in the line, every time the Dumbos would like start the ride and go up, she got so excited, she was laughing. So I'm really excited to see how she's gonna like it.
You're gonna love it.
Oh my goodness!
Woo, Chloe!
And after waiting in the lineup for 20 minutes, we were pretty hot, so we took advantage of this time to go to It's a Small World. It's a really nice spot to just kind of like kick back, relax. It's also cooler in there, and we were so lucky the lineup was 0. Like, we walked right on the ride at that point, and earlier in the day I saw that it was up to like a 45-minute wait time, so we definitely lucked out there. We walked right onto the squeak. How epic.
Yeah, we were at Pinocchio and then the machine broke, so we had to get out of the line, which was a quick line, but hey, no line's better than a short line.
At this point, I'm pretty sure it was getting to like 5:30 or 6 in the evening, and we still hadn't eaten dinner. Our RV park was still like a 45-minute drive, so we figured it was about time to go. We didn't really want to mess with Chloe's bedtime too much, being that she was out and about for both of her naps, and we were also getting tired. It was also hot, so we decided to go back to the shops and just pick up a couple of the items that we picked out but didn't buy. So we gave Chloe a couple of different options for what toys she wanted to get. Stitch, Pluto, or Donald Duck. She picked Donald Duck, but she will not give him back.
Well, I guess duck it is.
So what to pack for your toddler or baby if you're heading to Disneyland? I have a couple of really good tips, especially if you're heading there when it's really, really hot. Definitely a must for us was having Chloe's stroller fan. This just wraps around onto her stroller, and it's really high powered as well, so she really gets a good breeze in there, which is really, really nice, so she's not, you know, in that stale air, especially when she has her cover over her stroller. And you know, it can just get really hot in there, so a stroller fan was a must. Also for the hot weather, we have one of these chili pads. If you haven't heard of these, it's like a cooling towel. They're pretty amazing. This was a game changer for us in Disneyland when it was super hot. When it's dry, I mean, it barely unravels. It's so stiff and just like a dry sponge towel. You get it fully wet and then you bring it all the way out and you just put this on you and it keeps you cool. I was really amazed at how well it works. Our next must, well, this is a must for in any weather, but especially hot weather, was some water. I brought my 64-ounce big jug here and I filled it like 3/4 full with ice before we left, which was a really good idea because this is insulated, so it keeps the ice icy, but I mean, it still melts a little bit. So it was really nice having some extra cold water for us and for Chloe to drink during the day. And I don't know if it's just on the really hot days or if it's every day in Disneyland, but they have water fountains that you can go and fill your water bottles at. But there was a lineup at every single one of them, like 15, 20 people deep. So it was really nice having a huge water bottle that you could just fill up and it would last a lot longer than a small water bottle would be. And I think buying a bottle of water at Disneyland was like $6. So definitely bring your own water. Like I said as well, we also brought our own stroller, which I would highly recommend. We did see some of the Disneyland strollers out in the boat, and I definitely think your child would be more comfy in their own stroller. Our stroller is quite big and bulky, and it was a struggle to fold up to get on the tram when you're going from the parkade to the park and back. So just keep that in mind. If you have a big bulky stroller, it might be a struggle, but definitely worth it. I love having all the extra space. I love having, you know, the big basket in the bottom to fit our backpack and our water bottle and everything like that. And like I said, Chloe being able to fully lay down in her Bumble Ride stroller was a game changer. Other than that, of course, you'll want the basics. You'll want your diapers and wipes. You'll want formula and or snacks if they're doing that. You'll definitely want sunscreen and a hat for your little one. An extra outfit never hurts. And we also packed some infant Tylenol. Chloe was teething right around this time and we just packed it just in case. We didn't actually need it. And the last thing we packed was one of her silicone bibs. This is a really good option I find for travel because you don't have to worry about their outfit getting really messy. And then also you can just wipe it down with a baby wipe and it's nice and clean again, and you don't have to worry about carrying around a dirty cloth bib or a wet bib, or it's just a really nice option I find. So the RV park that we stayed at was in the San Dimas area in California, but it's the perfect spot to bring your RV instead of going into like downtown Anaheim and having to navigate those streets. It's right off the I-10, so it's really easy to get to. I think it's well worth it to be a little bit further away from Disneyland, but having the space that you have up there, I mean, it's an RV park, you get full hookups, but it's more like a campground. Your sites are a lot further away from each other. There's tons of green space in between each campsite. And like I said, the views are amazing. There's even a pool, which is really fun. It is a little bit pricey. I think we paid like almost $80 a night for it. And it also is very competitive. So if you are planning to go to Benelli Bluffs, just plan in advance and plan to spend a little bit of money. If you're interested to see more of Benelli Bluffs RV Park and what we got up to around there, that's going to be in our next video coming up this week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and we'll see you next time. Bye!